So who's ready for some Wrestlemania? By the time I upload this video tomorrow morning, we'll be one day away from WrestleMania 30. The time has come. The time is here. The time for the show of shows. We'll see if it is the show of shows. But anyway, this is a little video talking about the road to WrestleMania, everything that's been building up to this show, critiquing it, analyzing it, doing my thing. Looking at the card, the matches, going into them, what I like, what I don't like, you know, the whole 9 yards. Alright, let's get on with it. So, I am excited, as I always am about WrestleMania. I mean, it is WrestleMania, you know, it's the biggest show of the year. I know they like to say that all the time, they, you know, like to drive that into your brain, but it's their Super Bowl. Even though recently they've sucked, you know, more than they've been good. But so I am excited about WrestleMania 30, but at the same time, I do have a lot of concerns. I do have a lot of reservations about this and mixed feelings going into this show. I really don't know if it's going to be that good of a show. There's some problems with it, and I'll go into it right now. One of the problems is that you have on the show itself, and I'm not including the pre-show, we have 7 matches, and one of them is a women's match. So you have 6, like, legit matches on this pay-per-view. I mean, 6 matches, that's pretty fucking short. On a 4-hour pay-per-view, you got 6, you know, matches, man. I mean, on these 3-hour, you know, B-show pay-per-views, you get 8, 9 matches. This is the biggest show, you know, ever it's supposed to be, and you got 6 fucking matches. That's ridiculous. Basically, to me, that's saying that there's gonna be a lot of filler nonsense, a lot of bullshit in between matches, a lot of stalling, a lot of promoting movies, promoting apps, promoting stupid fucking cartoons. There's gonna be a lot of that shit. I do not like that. I do think there need to be some more matches on this card. And that also means that some of these matches are going to be going, like, you know, maybe too long than they should, you know. Matches will probably be going, you know, the big matches 30, 35 minutes, maybe even fucking 40, because you only, I mean, how long is the Divas match going to be? So 6 matches that need time, they're going to go for a long fucking time, some of these matches, and sometimes that hurts. You know, it's not like the wrestling is at the quality it was in the past, where, you know, it was Rock and Austin going for 30 minutes, or, you know, Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart going for an hour. You know, the wrestling these days, it's hard to watch it for one match for 35 fucking minutes, unless it's really good. And I doubt every single match is going to be fucking fantastic. So, you know, I just feel like the organization, the structure, and the length of some of these matches, it's going to hurt by only having 6 fucking matches. And the undercard, holy fucking shit, whatever happened to the undercard? You know, the undercard is such an important part of a pay-per-view, of a show. Look at all great past WrestleManias. You know, WrestleMania 17, you know, being the top one that people go to. Such a good card, but also such a good fucking undercard. Such a good undercard that got us ready for the big main event matches. But this shit, you know, it's all about the top 4 matches, which are all main events. But there's nothing fucking before that at all. Let's go into this thing. Into the card itself. The pre-match, you got the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team. This is the pre-show thingy on YouTube or wherever the fuck they do it on. It's the Usos, the Los Matadors, the Real Americans, and Ryback in a Fatal 4-Way Tag Team WrestleMania kickoff match for the Tag Team Championship. And this is another problem of mine. This match is probably going to be bullshit, but, you know, the thing is, because this match is on the pre-show, you have one title, you know, aside from the Divas Championship. That doesn't mean jack shit. Who cares about that? One fucking title being defended on WrestleMania 30. This big show, and you have one fucking title on the actual show being defended. I mean, what the fuck, you know? I never heard of this. I really didn't. I mean, yeah, I mean, how can you do that? Seriously, I can't even put it into words. I can't, 10 years ago think of a day that there'd be a WrestleMania with only one title being defended. I think that's a fucking travesty. There's something wrong with that, and because of that, that's one of the reasons why you have this bullshit no undercard thing. So, the Intercontinental title's not being defended. The Tag Team Championship isn't being defended on the actual show itself. It's on the pre-show. And, I'm thinking about it. That's just 3 fucking titles there. You have the Tag Team Championship. You have the Intercontinental and the World Heavyweight Championship, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. That's only 3 titles I realize on the promotion in the WWE now that the 2 championships are combined. I think they need to come up with a new title. It sounds like it to me. 3 titles is kind of fucking short. But anyway, yeah. This pre-show match. I don't think it's gonna be. I mean, it's probably gonna be alright for a pre-show match, but I don't give a fuck about any of these teams. I guess the only team that I kind of like is the Real Americans, but even them, they should be having a match amongst themselves at this show. It should be Cesaro versus Swagger on the pay-per-view. That'd be a nice, good undercard match. But instead, they're being put into this fucking jobber tag team match that's gonna be on the pre-show. That's one of the problems with this. I feel like everything about this WrestleMania is giving focus to those big 4 matches and everything else that could have been, that clearly should have been on this pay-per-view, a.k.a. Cesaro versus Swagger, a.k.a. Cody Rhodes versus Goldust, a.k.a. another match a potential match that should have happened that I will talk about later on, is not happening. And instead, you get everybody else who isn't in those big 4 matches in a bunch of jobber bullshit that just does nothing for anybody. I think the Usos are going to win this. It's pretty fucking obvious. Yeah, who cares? And then we'll go into the main show itself. Now, the road to WrestleMania 30, it really has been lacking. I mean, like I said, I'm excited about WrestleMania because it's WrestleMania. But this is WrestleMania 30. This is the 30th anniversary. This is supposed to be the biggest show of all time. And it really doesn't feel like, it's WrestleMania. It just doesn't. I mean, this feels like it could be a build-up for Payback. It really does. You have 2 good storylines going into it. I'm counting the whole championship with Dan Bryan, Triple H, and all them as one. To me, that's just one big storyline, so it counts as one. The Dan Bryan, Triple H, Batista, Randy Orton thing is one storyline. And John Cena versus Bray Wyatt, that's 2 good storylines going into this show. I mean, and this is WrestleMania fucking 30, man. I mean, this is supposed to be a big one, the biggest one, and the build-up just hasn't fucking been there. It really hasn't, You don't have all this awesome stuff going into it. It's just these, 2 storylines going into it. And then you got an Undertaker Brock Lesnar match, but the build-up has been shit. So, this hasn't been a very pretty build-up. Hasn't even, been good in some terms. And especially for, it being WrestleMania 30, where to me it just does not feel like it used to feel when, it was getting around to WrestleMania season. You were getting all excited. You just couldn't fucking wait anymore. All the hype, all the anticipation, they're leaving you on the edge of your seat. It's not there this time, which is pretty fucking puzzling with this show, really. I thought they would pull out a lot more stops for this one, but it feels like a very minimal type of, build-up, a very minimal type of approach they're going into this thing, and I just really don't get it. Alright, so the first match on this, on Wikipedia that comes up is this bullshit 6-man tag team match that is just fucking bullshit, like I said. The Shield versus Kane and the New Age Outlaws. Jesus fucking Christ. Everything is wrong with this match. First of all, it should have been the New Age Outlaws versus the Usos at WrestleMania for the fucking first time. They shouldn't have had 4 fucking matches before WrestleMania where the titles change hands. They should have had the match at WrestleMania. If they wanted to give the Usos the belt, do it at fucking WrestleMania with the New Age Outlaws. Would have been a nice undercard match, but instead we get this bullshit. And the New Age Outlaws being involved with Kane. Like, where the fuck did this shit come from? Seriously. And, first of all, you got Kane on this. Why? I mean, it is not pretty. It is not entertaining watching Kane, a guy who's 50 years over the hill, performing wrestling moves in dress pants and dress shoes. It's just very fucking awkward. It really is. And then you have the Shield. You know, one of the hottest things in the WWE in some time, you know. Everybody loves the Shield, right? Everybody loves the Shield. All the guys are great. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, you know, tear down the house night in and night out. And they get this just meaningless. I mean, purely meaningless match. That means absolutely nothing with no stakes on the line. This is the best you could give the Shield. You know, three of the hottest guys for the future of the WWE. This is what they got. Why? I mean, seriously. Look at. I mean, I don't understand this stop, start, you know, mentality of doing storylines the WWE has these days. We clearly were getting a breakup with the Shield, getting hinted, and it was building up, and it felt like it was going to be a WrestleMania match, a triple threat match between all the members of the Shield, and all of a sudden they're all fucking buddy now. You know, it just makes no sense. They're probably going to have this breakup, you know, eventually, maybe for Extreme Rules, maybe the pay-per-view after that, but just why not do it at WrestleMania? The show of shows really showcase all these guys' talent instead of having the Shield have a match with guys who are like fucking 30 years older than them. It just makes no sense to me. It really doesn't. And seriously think about, you know, the Shield in a triple threat match amongst themselves. What a good fucking undercard match that would have been. How great would that match have been to get us excited for things like Daniel Bryan versus Triple H and the championship match and John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. See, to me, it's stuff like that, undercard matches like that, that you need on a show like WrestleMania, on a great fucking pay-per-view, but these undercard matches are just not there. Instead, you get these meaningless fucking six-man tag matches. I mean, the triple threat Shield match would have been one of the greatest undercard matches in a long fucking time, and it's a shame that we're not getting it. So we get this bullshit. I think the Shield is going to win because there's no fucking reason for New Age Outlaws and old ass fucking Kane to get a victory, but it wouldn't surprise me. Alright, so we're done with that stupid shit. Next, we get the Divas fucking Battle Royal shit, the Championship Invitational. First Diva to score a pinfall. This is going to be an ugly fucking mess. Seriously, you know, it's bad enough watching one-on-one Divas action. Now you're going to have 14 fucking bimbos screaming, botching everything, doing a bunch of stupid Total Divas bullshit. You know, it's all to promote this stupid fucking show. This is going to be horrible. This is going to be atrocious. This is going to be ugly. I don't know who's going to win, but let's move the fuck on because this is just ridiculous. Next, you got the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. 30-man Battle Royal for the Andre the Giant Memorial Trophy. You know, it's like I have good things about this and I have bad things about this. Good thing is I like how it harkens back to the past, especially on a show like WrestleMania 30 that should look to the past a lot. You know, that should get kind of nostalgic while also building on the future. So I do like this match in that aspect because this harkens back to the WrestleMania of old. And this is an excuse to have a lot of people who normally wouldn't be on WrestleMania have a chance to be on WrestleMania. So I like that. But, I mean, this isn't going to be good. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, of course, everybody is going to say, you know, this is great. You know, it's Andre the Giant's name being, you know, remembered and all that and put out there and memorialized. That's great. That's fucking fantastic. But this isn't going to be anything good. It's a fucking 30-man jobber battle royal. Let's call it what it is. You know, you're calling this an Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal isn't going to, you know, make this thing, you know, appear to be better because it's not. You know, it's not. It's a jobber battle royal. That's what it is. You have 27 jobbers on this. Now, there's 3 unnamed ones, so, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if we get some pretty cool returns here. Maybe... Now, I don't think Jake the Snake could do it because he has cancer, but, you know, maybe Ultimate Warrior, maybe RVD, even though I know he's supposed to come back the next day, but maybe he comes back here. You know, so I'm sure we'll get some pretty cool returns. Imagine Razor Ramon, but I don't think Scott Hall could do that. But, yeah, so there's good things to like about this and there's bad things to like about this. I mean, but the thing is, on a show that is lacking, severely lacking with an undercard, this kind of goes along with it because this isn't going to deliver anything great either, you know? It's If this show had a good undercard, if this show had Cody Rhodes versus Goldust, the Shield in a triple threat match, Cesaro versus Swagger, I would love them having an Andre the Giant Battle Royal. That'd be great. A nice breather, fun to watch, even though it's a bunch of jobbers. It's a Battle Royal. It can't, be too fucking boring, right? I wouldn't have a problem, but the problem is there's exactly no fucking undercard, so this just adds to it. That's my problem with this match. I don't know who will win, but I could guarantee a jobber will win because it's all fucking jobbers. And then you get the big four main events already. You see, I said nothing of importance, nothing of significance with these past matches, and now we're up to the main events. That's a problem. John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. Second best storyline going into this show by far. I do think this is going to be a really good match. I mean, I'm kind of reserved in calling it match of the night, being that Daniel Bryan is going to have, his tour de force here. He's going to be pulling double duty. I'm pretty sure he's going to do some fucking fantastic stuff. But I do think John Cena versus Bray Wyatt is going to be pretty fucking good. The thing is with John Cena, as much as I hate him, as much as I bash him, when he's paired with the right guy in the right match with the right storyline, the guy could put on a pretty damn good show. And I think Bray Wyatt could get that out of him. I really do, because especially with this last week, I like what this Bray Wyatt storyline got out of John Cena. It brought us more of a serious Cena, a different side of Cena, and I liked it. And I hope this match continues with that. That'd be great. Only problem is with this match, Bray Wyatt is jobbing to Cena. I mean, does anybody have any, other fucking, outcome in mind of this match? No, Bray Wyatt's not going over Cena. Are you fucking kidding me? The only man that beats Cena at WrestleMania is Dwayne Johnson, alright? That's the only person that could beat Cena at WrestleMania. Bray Wyatt is not, I repeat, not going over Cena. If he did, I will go on tomorrow, not tomorrow, I'll go on, when I do the WrestleMania video, when I do Raw video, and, declare myself a dumbass, a douchebag, whatever you want. But I'm sorry, I do not believe, in any shape or form that Bray Wyatt is going to be John Cena. I mean, what does John Cena do that, would make anyone believe that he would let, an up-and-comer go over him? I mean, did John Cena let Zack Ryder have his moment? Did John Cena let the Nexus have their moment? Did John Cena let Antonio Cesaro have his moment? Did he let fucking anybody have their moment? Damian Sandow? Dolph Ziggler? No. It's always John Cena there, standing fucking big and tall, saying you have to go through me because you can't see me and all this stupid fucking bullshit. So, I'm sorry. But it will be a good match at least. But it's a shame that Bray Wyatt has to fucking just, lose at such a big pay-per-view to a goofball like Cena. Then you get The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. Okay, let's talk about this motherfucking piece of shit. This piece of fucking shit storyline. Will this match be good? Probably. Maybe it won't. I don't know. These guys, Undertaker's pretty fucking old. It's not a guarantee that these guys are going to be good together. Yeah, they had some good matches in the past, but that was like 20 fucking years ago. But this storyline, man, is just atrocious. For a main event storyline, by God, it's horrible. Stealing from JR there. So, this streak shit is just getting fucking boring. When you just rely on the story that it's the streak, it's this, great fucking achievement. Okay, it's this great achievement in a fake scripted fucking sport. Whoop de fucking do, it's just so foolish and so dumb. It really is. When you place everything on just the fact that it's a streak and make that excuse to not build up any storyline, any build up, anything of meaning, any variety other than the fact that it's this streak, it's this fake ass fucking streak that WWE officials and writers write down on a piece of paper that says Undertaker wins at WrestleMania. You know, this isn't basketball. This isn't baseball. This isn't the Spurs winning 18, 19 games in a row. This is Undertaker getting written, telling to people telling him to beat, that he will pin somebody at WrestleMania. It's not him actually legitimately defending a streak. So, you know, I'm not trying to, you know, downplay this great fucking thing, this great streak. Yeah, it's cool, you know, it, you know, creates an atmosphere, but what really pisses me off is that the WWE is using this streak just to sell the story alone, and it's really fucking lame and cheap and fucking lazy. And that's what this whole storyline is, a bunch of cheap, lazy bullshit. It started off just fucking fine and great with Undertaker stabbing a fucking pen in Brock Lesnar's hand, choke slamming him through a table, looked like the Ministry of Darkness type of Undertaker. But everything after that, it was just fucking, you know, it was stalled. Everything was fucking stalled. It was at a standstill. And it was just nothing. All it was Paul Heyman saying, well, Brock Lesnar beat the people that Undertaker had a tough time beating at WrestleMania, so Brock Lesnar is gonna beat the Undertaker. Ooh, such great fucking, you know, great fucking promos there, you know, really getting my adrenaline up, you know, really fucking aggressive, so much fucking attitude. Paul Heyman every fucking week just saying Brock Lesnar's gonna beat the Undertaker. Why can't you just talk, you know, build the storyline? And the way that Brock Lesnar was portrayed in this, it was just, he's a fucking chicken shit. Seriously. He's no different than, you know, CM Punk. Now, it fits CM Punk, because CM Punk is much smaller than The Undertaker, much skinnier than The Undertaker, so yeah, he might have to rely on some chicken shit tactics. But this is Brock fucking Lesnar. This is a guy, you know, who fought for real at UFC, and he's relying on Paul Heyman to distract The Undertaker in order to take advantage. There's only, you know, there was only 1 week where Brock Lesnar laid his hands on Undertaker and didn't get beaten up by The Undertaker. This whole storyline was wrong. It should have been, after the chokeslam to the table, Brock Lesnar should have been destroying Undertaker week in and week out. You know, Undertaker calls out Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar has no problem, has no reservations or concern or any hesitations to just come out to the ring and go to The Undertaker face to face. He should have won the casket 2 weeks ago at Brooklyn. He should have picked the fucking casket up and threw it down, threw it around. He should have fucking manhandled Undertaker. That would have been captivating. That would have made you think, holy shit, what if Brock Lesnar beats The Undertaker? Because that's the thing. The fact that this is a fake sport, written, you know, pre-planned thing, you have to do something to make people, you know, invest in this match. Because you know it's The Undertaker streak, nobody's going to beat it. But look at what they did with Shawn Michaels. Look at what they did with CM Punk, where they built it up so great that they added that little bit of doubt where, maybe there might be a chance that Undertaker will lose. But does anybody think that Undertaker's losing to a guy who has to rely, a big fucking beast, who has to rely on a guy like Paul Heyman in order to, you know, get his attacks in? No, not at all. That's the whole fucking problem with this whole feud. Boring fucking promos, Undertaker and Brock Lesnar failing to show up to fucking work on, you know, consecutive Mondays. It's ridiculous. We'll see how this match is, though. Undertaker's obviously going to win, though. Then you get Dan Bryan versus Triple H. Whoever wins this will be added into the triple threat match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And this is easily the best storyline going into WrestleMania. Real kudos to fucking WWE here. The way they've taken a match that everybody hated and despised and was advocating against and protesting against, and make it become the must-see match of WrestleMania. The match that you really are excited for. WWE did masterful fucking work with this. From the whole a Revolution thing, the Occupy Raw, what was it? The whole thing with the Dan Bryan and all the people standing in the ring, the hijack Raw shit. genius part of the WWE to take something that the fans are doing, that the fans are threatening against with the WWE, listening to what the fans are saying, and use that. Now, it's not like, oh, haha, we got one up on the fans, but it's all good because they're using it in order to better their own storyline, you see? Now, the one problem with this whole damn Bryan thing that worries me, obviously he's gonna be Triple H. There's no fucking doubt about it. Unless they really want to, commit career suicide, they'll have Triple H win. But it's pretty fucking obvious Dan Bryan's gonna win. This is gonna be a pretty damn entertaining match. So going into Randy Orton Batista versus Dan Bryan for the World Heavyweight Championship, one thing I have that I just do not see Dan Bryan winning is the fact that it was reported before CM Punk left that Dan Bryan was being geared up to face Sheamus at WrestleMania 30. So, I just have some real, concerns and hesitation to think that Dan Bryan is going to win. A guy who is rumored to have a bullshit match with Sheamus before CM Punk left is now the guy that WWE is going to put all their cards on the table for, place all their bets on. They're going to go all the way with Dan Bryan when he was just going to fucking face Sheamus a few months ago. That was in his plans. I feel like Dan Bryan is just there so the fans don't, absolutely just trash the main event and throw garbage in it and just hijack it and occupy it, do all those fucking movements and, just totally, destroy the main event. I feel like Dan Bryan is there to save WWE's ass. I really, if he wins, that'll be fucking fantastic. Wouldn't that be a great fucking moment? WrestleMania going off the air with 70,000, 80,000, I don't know how many New Orleans the Superdome holds, but wouldn't that be fucking fantastic with all of them chanting yes and WrestleMania goes off? But I think Batista's gonna win this. I really do. Just the way that they brought back Batista. He immediately wins the Royal Rumble, so why wouldn't he immediately win the fucking title? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just don't see them going all the fucking way with Dan Bryan. That's just the way the company is. Of course, there's people going to be very optimistic and say, this is Dan Bryan's moment. You could believe that. That's fucking fine. And, I don't want to spoil anything for you. I don't want to rain on your parade and anything. But the thing is, I am very, educated. And, I've learned a lot of lessons watching the WWE for, almost 20 years, 17, 18 years. I've learned a lot, especially in this recent past of the way they are just afraid to commit to anything that isn't John Cena, that isn't Randy Orton, that isn't the Breakfast Club. They're afraid to go the whole 9 yards with something that isn't the Breakfast Club. Those, usual suspects. So that's why I just don't see it happening. If it does, fucking fantastic. But I'm not putting my hopes up for it. But there you go. There's the whole show. You do have 4 main events here, and that's great. That's cool and everything, but I just can't forgive the fact that there's no fucking undercard. I really can't. I can't forgive the fact that there's 6 fucking matches on this show. Yeah, it's 7, counting the Divas match, but does anybody count the Divas thing as a match? It's just a promotional tool for Total Divas, so there's 6 fucking matches. I can't forgive the fact that there's 1 title being defended on the actual show. We'll see how this thing goes, but talking about it, I really, have some mixed feelings going into this, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's not all that hot, this show. I really wouldn't, which is pretty amazing. This is a pretty fucking important show, and they should be treating it like an important show, and building it up just doesn't feel like it's that important. It really doesn't. You could have built this up to be any B show, and, this is WrestleMania 30, and I'm excited just because of the namesake of it being WrestleMania. I'm not that excited for what they've given to me. That's the difference, so whatever. We'll see how this thing goes, let me know. Comment your thoughts on WrestleMania, what's going to happen, if you've enjoyed the build-up, if you fucking hated it, you know, if you're going anything WrestleMania related, comment on the video. And on Sunday night, hopefully, maybe Monday morning, Monday afternoon, I'll get to it when I get to it. I'll give you a WrestleMania review, WrestleMania 30. Hopefully it'll be a positive review, but you know, don't be too surprised if it's me just going on a long fucking rant like usual. Alright, as always, I'm Jay Shady, the voice of reason. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later.